The British Properties is a posh neighborhood in West Vancouver, a suburb of Vancouver. This is where Marcus Wong grew up.
Well, I certainly remember the times when, going around in the community, people reminding me sort of subtly, this is why the British Properties are called the British Properties.
Van Wong bought a house, and there it was in writing, why he felt so unwelcome. The covenant in the land title that says, "No person of the African or Asiatic race or African or Asiatic descent, except servants of the occupier of the premises in residence, shall reside or be allowed to remain on the premises."
The language is very striking. It's very shocking, in fact.
Wong is now a councillor for West Vancouver and has introduced a motion to have this redacted, even though it is technically null and void in Canada. This part of the country isn't the only neighborhood with real estate rules that promote racial segregation. In 1920, an equally troubling covenant was enacted in the neighborhood of Victoria Park, now part of Calgary's Stampede grounds. Residents who lived in the Broadview and O'Connor area of Toronto weren't allowed to sell to Jews or persons of objectionable nationality. It was deemed illegal in 1945. And it wasn't until 2019 that the same anti-Semitic sentiment was removed from the books in the city of Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu near Montreal.
It was like a contract. You've actually signed something that says you can't sell to non-white. If you do, someone can actually take you to court, and the courts will find against you.
Yeah, and they did.
And they did.
Historian Henry Yu has studied racism in real estate as far back as the beginning of colonialism in Canada. But he doesn't think these covenants should actually be erased, since they're already null and void.
I would really be opposed to everybody quietly changing their legal titles and, getting them updated and making it seem like that history didn't occur.
Wong is steadfast in his resolve to have the covenant erased in the place where he was born, but believes it will serve as a history lesson.
Really have that frank discussion of who do we want to be as Canadians? How does this match up or doesn't match up with our values as a nation?
West Vancouver Council votes on this motion in the fall, and while there may not be blatant outrage, there is certainly an uncomfortable feeling to know that this rule is still on the books. Robin Gill, Global News, West Vancouver.